5 psychological signs you finally met your soulmate. My beloved child, a powerful, unspoken shift has just occurred in your emotional frequency, and you must not skip a single second of what is unfolding right now because your entire love story is about to change forever. There is a shocking, once-in-a-lifetime revelation waiting for you at this exact moment, a deep psychological truth that will instantly explain why your past relationships felt so completely hollow and broken. Stay till the end of this message because something huge is waiting for you, a divine connection so rare that only a chosen few ever get to experience it in their entire lifetime. My beloved child, before you scroll, listen carefully. What you are about to hear is not based on fantasy, luck, or coincidence. It is based on something far deeper, the hidden language of the human mind. Most people spend their entire lives searching for a soulmate, yet they unknowingly walk past them because they are waiting for fireworks instead of psychological truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The 5th sign is so unexpected that almost nobody recognizes it until it is too late. If this message found you today, there may be a reason your heart refused to ignore it. The next few minutes could completely change how you see one specific person in your life. Everyone talks about chemistry, attraction, and destiny. But psychology reveals something much more fascinating. Your mind can recognize a person long before your heart is willing to admit it. There are invisible emotional patterns that appear only when someone truly belongs in your life. These patterns cannot be forced, copied, or faked. They quietly appear when two souls begin understanding each other beyond words. The strange part is that these signs often feel ordinary in the beginning. That is why millions of people overlook them. They mistake peace for boredom, comfort for coincidence, and emotional safety for something unimportant. Don't skip now. Every second matters because the first psychological sign is already closer than you think. The first sign is unexpected emotional silence. Think carefully. Around this person, do you ever feel like you don't have to perform? You stop pretending. You stop trying to impress. You don't rehearse conversations in your head before speaking. Your mind becomes quieter, not louder. Psychology says that when someone genuinely feels emotionally safe, the brain slowly lowers its natural defense mechanisms. Instead of constantly analyzing every word, it allows you to exist without fear of judgment. That rare feeling cannot be bought or manufactured. It appears naturally when your subconscious believes, I don't have to hide who I am anymore. Most people chase excitement, but excitement often creates anxiety. A soulmate creates peace first. And that peace becomes stronger than excitement itself. If someone came into your life and your heart suddenly became calmer instead of more confused, don't ignore it. Stay till the end, because the next sign becomes even more unbelievable, and it has surprised psychologists for years. Something huge is waiting for you. A strange shift happens after the first sign appears. It is so subtle that most people never notice it until someone points it out. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The second psychological sign has nothing to do with romance on the surface, yet it quietly predicts whether a connection can last for years. Many relationships begin with attraction, but only a rare connection changes the way your mind naturally reacts to life itself. If this sign is happening to you, then you may already be standing much closer to your soulmate than you realize. The second sign is emotional regulation without effort. Think about the last time you felt stressed, overwhelmed, or emotionally exhausted. Did one particular person's presence instantly make everything feel lighter, even if they said almost nothing? Psychology explains that when two people build a deeply secure bond, their nervous systems begin responding to each other. Your breathing slows down. Your thoughts stop racing. Your emotions become easier to control. They don't solve every problem, but somehow, your problems stop feeling impossible. That's because true emotional safety allows the brain to leave survival mode. This is why some people feel completely different after spending only a few minutes with someone special. It isn't magic. It's a psychological response that very few connections can create. Now ask yourself one difficult question. When you imagine your future, does this person appear naturally without you forcing the image? If the answer surprises you, don't ignore it. The mind rarely repeats the same emotional pattern without a reason. Many people realize this sign only after that person is gone, and by then they wish they had understood it sooner. Don't skip now. Stay till the end, because the third psychological sign is the one that changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you, and what comes next may reveal a truth your heart has been trying to tell you all along. The next sign is the one that catches almost everyone off guard. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe a soulmate will always agree with them, support every opinion, and never challenge their thinking. But psychology reveals the complete opposite. The strongest connections are not built on constant agreement, they are built on transformation. This sign is rare, and once you recognize it, you may never look at one particular person the same way again. The third psychological sign is that this person quietly makes you become a better version of yourself without forcing you to change. Around them, you naturally want to be more patient, more honest, more confident, and more emotionally mature. They don't pressure you or make you feel like you're not enough. Instead, they inspire growth simply by the way they live, speak, and treat you. Your brain begins replacing old habits with healthier ones because it finally feels safe enough to grow. Psychology calls this positive emotional influence, and it only happens when a relationship supports your identity instead of controlling it. That's why you may suddenly lose interest in unnecessary drama, stop chasing people who drain your energy, and begin protecting your peace. Without realizing it, your entire mindset starts changing from the inside out. Now think carefully. Has there been someone who entered your life and slowly changed your perspective without demanding anything in return? Someone who made you believe in yourself a little more every day? If that person exists, don't dismiss it as coincidence. The fourth psychological sign is even more surprising because it explains why silence with the right person can sometimes say more than 1,000 conversations. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The fourth psychological sign is something that surprises almost everyone because it grows in silence instead of excitement. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe a soulmate should fill every moment with endless conversations, constant attention, and dramatic emotions. But psychology reveals that the strongest emotional bonds are often the quietest ones. Around the right person, silence doesn't feel empty, it feels safe. You don't panic when there is nothing to say. You don't feel pressured to entertain them or prove your worth. Your mind finally relaxes because it senses complete emotional acceptance. That level of comfort cannot be acted out for long. It appears naturally when two people trust each other beyond words, and very few relationships ever reach this stage. Now think about someone whose presence alone changes your mood. Maybe you've sat together without speaking, yet somehow you walked away feeling lighter than before. That isn't a coincidence. Psychology explains that emotional security allows the brain to stop scanning for danger and start focusing on connection instead. This is why peaceful moments with the right person often become more memorable than exciting moments with everyone else. The world teaches people to chase butterflies, but lasting relationships are built on calm hearts, not racing hearts. Don't skip, because this realization separates temporary attraction from a once-in-a-lifetime connection. You're only one step away from the final psychological sign, and it is the most powerful one of all. It explains why one specific person keeps returning to your thoughts even when you're busy living your life. It also reveals why some connections never truly fade, no matter how much time passes. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The final sign doesn't just reveal whether you've met your soulmate, it reveals whether your soulmate has already begun changing your life without you even realizing it. My beloved child. This is the final psychological sign, and it is the one that quietly confirms everything you've heard so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Psychology says that when you've truly met your soulmate, they don't simply become part of your memories, they become part of your future thinking. Without forcing it, your mind naturally includes them in the life you imagine ahead. Whether you're planning a trip, celebrating a victory, or facing a difficult moment, their presence appears in your thoughts without effort. This isn't fantasy or obsession. It's your subconscious recognizing someone who feels emotionally significant. Most people ignore this sign because it happens so gradually that they mistake it for coincidence. But real psychological connection rarely arrives with noise. It grows quietly until one day you realize your future no longer feels complete without that person somewhere in it. Here's the surprising truth. A soulmate doesn't arrive to complete your life, they help you discover parts of yourself that were waiting to be awakened. Around them, you become more confident without pretending, more peaceful without trying, and more hopeful without forcing optimism. They don't erase your fears overnight, but they make those fears feel smaller. They don't change who you are, they remind you of who you've always been beneath the doubt and uncertainty. That is why genuine soulmate connections often feel familiar instead of unfamiliar. Your heart isn't meeting a stranger. It's recognizing a feeling it has been searching for all along. Don't skip now, because the biggest realization is still waiting. So ask yourself these 5 questions. Have you found someone who brings peace instead of pressure? Someone who naturally calms your mind? Someone who inspires growth without control? Someone whose silence feels comforting instead of awkward? And someone who keeps appearing in your vision of the future without you forcing it? If your answer is yes to most of these, don't dismiss it too quickly. Psychology suggests that connections like these are incredibly rare, and many people don't recognize them until they've already slipped away. Stay till the end of this journey, because something huge is waiting for you. And sometimes the greatest discovery isn't finding your soulmate, but finally realizing they've been closer than you ever imagined. My beloved child, before this journey ends, there is one final thought you must carry with you. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The greatest mistake people make is believing that a soulmate is recognized in a single dramatic moment. Psychology says the opposite. Real recognition often happens in hindsight. One ordinary conversation, one quiet smile, one unexpected feeling of peace, these moments seem small until your mind connects them together. Suddenly, you realize that what you were searching for wasn't excitement. It was emotional safety, mutual growth, and a connection that made you feel completely yourself. Life will introduce you to many people, but only a few will leave a healthy imprint on your heart. Those rare individuals don't compete for your attention or force their way into your world. Their actions remain consistent, their presence feels genuine, and their respect never disappears when life becomes difficult. That is why true soulmate connections are remembered differently. They are not built on perfect moments but on trust that quietly grows stronger with time. If someone in your life has shown you those 5 psychological signs, don't ignore what your heart and mind are discovering together. Some opportunities only become valuable after they've already passed. Don't skip, because this realization could change the way you look at your relationships forever. As this message comes to an end, remember this: the strongest connections rarely announce themselves with noise. They reveal themselves through peace, honesty, emotional security, silent understanding, and a future that naturally includes one another. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, not somewhere far away, but in the way you choose to recognize the people who truly matter. Sometimes the biggest life-changing moment isn't meeting your soulmate. It's finally opening your eyes and realizing they may have been standing beside you all along. My beloved child, if you've stayed until this moment, then you've already done something most people never do. You looked beyond appearances and searched for the truth. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The real purpose of these 5 psychological signs was never to convince you that every strong feeling is destiny. It was to help you recognize the difference between temporary attraction and a connection that quietly transforms your life. Your soulmate is not the person who creates the most confusion. They are the person who brings the most clarity. They don't make you question your value. They remind you of it without even trying. Take a quiet moment after this video ends and think honestly. Who is the first person your mind returned to while listening? Psychology suggests that the first face that repeatedly appears during emotional reflection is often someone your subconscious considers deeply significant. That doesn't automatically mean they are your soulmate, but it does mean your mind is asking you to pay closer attention instead of ignoring the connection. Don't rush. Don't force anything. The strongest relationships grow through trust, patience, and consistent actions, not through pressure or fear. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the answer you've been searching for may already be closer than you think. One day you'll look back at this moment and realize why this message reached you today. Maybe it wasn't to predict your future. Maybe it was to change the way you see the present. Real soulmates aren't recognized because the world tells you they're the one. They're recognized because your heart becomes calmer, your mind becomes clearer, and your life slowly becomes better with them in it. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end of your own journey, because sometimes the greatest love story begins the moment you finally recognize what was quietly in front of you all along. My beloved child, this is where the story ends, but your journey may only be beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. If these 5 psychological signs reminded you of someone, don't ignore that feeling, but don't rush to conclusions either. The strongest relationships are revealed through consistent care, honesty, respect, and time. A real soulmate doesn't leave you constantly questioning your worth. They help you feel safe enough to become the best version of yourself. That is the difference most people spend years trying to understand. As you move forward, remember every sign you've discovered today. Peace instead of pressure. Emotional safety instead of fear. Growth instead of control. Comfortable silence instead of awkwardness. And a future that naturally includes someone without forcing the thought. Psychology shows that these patterns often appear together, creating a connection that feels both calm and unforgettable. If you've experienced them, treasure them. If you haven't yet, don't lose hope. The right connection is never built by chasing, it is built by 2 people who continue choosing each other through their actions every single day. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter of your life may arrive when you least expect it. Before you leave, carry this one thought with you. The greatest love stories rarely begin with perfect timing or dramatic moments. They begin with 2 hearts slowly recognizing what the mind couldn't explain at first. Maybe today wasn't about finding every answer. Maybe it was about asking the right questions. Keep your heart open, protect your peace, and never settle for a connection that steals your confidence instead of strengthening it. Your soulmate, if they are truly meant for your journey, will never need to become someone else to earn your trust, and neither will you. Stay till the end of your own story, because sometimes the most beautiful chapter starts the moment you finally recognize what has been quietly waiting for you